2020 4th session, 2023 to 2024 12th Parliament. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Urgent questions.
Member for Faizabad.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. To the Minister of Health, in light of the unexpected deaths of 7 babies during the period April 2nd to the 9th, 2024, at the neonatal intensive care unit of the Port of Spain General Hospital, will the Minister provide the status of any investigation into these tragic neonatal deaths?
Minister of Health.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, it is my intention to make a fulsome statement in a short while, and I ask that we treat with the matter then. Thank you.
Okay, honourable members, a question has been posed. The Minister of Health has given an answer. All right? And Mr. Minister, I don't know if you care to add anything to what you have said?
Deputy Speaker, 2 minutes will not allow me to make a fulsome reply, and I ask that I be allowed to do so in a ministerial statement.
Right. Okay, so again, based on what the member said, we'll go according to supplemental. Proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Speaker. In light of the non-answer of the Minister on this critical tragedy, would the Minister indicate whether or not they have identified whichever institution or persons are to blame for this unparalleled tragedy that faces the nation at this time?
Minister of Health.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I will be making a fulsome statement in a very short while.
Second supplemental, Oropuchis, yes, member.
In light of the Minister's non-answer, could the Minister indicate whether his resignation on this matter is forthcoming, given the tragedy of 7 babies dying?
Based on the question posed and the answers given, I will not entertain at this time. Member for Princetown. No, members. Again, Shogunas West, you can have your seat. You can have your seat. Members. Proceed. Okay, honourable members, it's 10 minutes into the session this afternoon. And again, the chair will ensure that the decorum of this House will always be maintained. So again, members, those statements, those added statements, it reaches the chair. Okay? So we are not going to tolerate it as we go forward. So I'm only recognizing at this time the member for Princetown.
No.
Point of order.
Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, right, question okay. Number
members,
2.
Princetown. Point of order. Yeah, go ahead.
6. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Members. Again. Point of order. Proceed.
Thank you very much. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I heard the member for Oropuchis clearly make a highly derogatory comment about the Minister of Health. And on that basis, under 46, Standing Order 46, I insist that the...
Fine. Member, thank you. All right, okay. Member for Princetown, on the point of order raised, member for Couva South, could you just withdraw the statement you made earlier? Oh, my apologies, Oropuchis. Let's withdraw.
Could he indicate which statement I made that was derogatory towards the Minister?
Hold on. Okay. Members. As the Speaker, members, as the Speaker, I heard the statement. Okay, so member for Oropuchis, I would just ask you to withdraw, please.
Draw.
Thank you.
This statement
Thank you.
calling him a big...
Member, unreservedly, I just ask you to withdraw. Just withdraw.
Properly, I
Thank
always
you.
do.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, members. 1 second, member. Again, members, it's very early in the session. All right? I'm hoping that we would not be here too long today, for the whole of the evening. So please, let's ensure that the decorum is maintained. All right? So statement has been withdrawn, and I now recognize member for Princestown.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, question number 2 to the Minister of Social Development and Family Services. Given the beheading of 4-year-old Amara Lalit, will the Minister inform the House what support has been provided to assist the bereaved family of the said child?
I will call on Leader of the House.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Deputy Speaker. It is clear that what the member for Chaguanas West has issued is having all of them feeling very antsy. And clearly they have forgotten the decorum of... Clearly they have forgotten the decorum of the Parliament. So you all need to
Mr. Deputy
reread
Speaker,
what
I stand on
Chaguanas
48-1.
West
She's
said.
been totally irrelevant.
48-1.
Leader has been 48-1. I stand on 48-1. She's been totally irrelevant to what has...
Okay. Members, both members, have your seat. Again. Let's... Okay, thank you, members. Members, again, question posed. The Leader of the House is going to answer the question. Subject to whatever is the response, again, members will have the idea for supplemental in order to entertain the supplemental, and you all will be so guided. So again, member for Leader of the House.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I rise on standing order 48-1 on the statement that has been made, and I haven't heard you made a ruling on that. I rise on 48-1, the irrelevant statement made by the honourable member in response to the question asked by the member for Princestown. This is...
Thank you, member. And hold on. Again, the Speaker has called upon the Leader of the House to answer the question. All right? Whether it is, you may find it irrelevant or not, the Speaker will have to determine accordingly. So again, overrule, proceed.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, in response to the question posed by the member for Princestown, I rise on behalf of the Minister of Social Development and Family Services. And I would like to indicate that the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services has undertaken the following activities. They have assigned a family services social worker to provide family case management for the mother of the child, Ms. Tricia Villarreal, and the family unit of the deceased child, Amara Lalit. This was done on Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. Formal contact has been made with the Victim and Witness Support Officer through the Ministry of Social Development to the Tunapuna branch and finalized arrangements for the conduct of an assessment by the Family Services social worker regarding the psychosocial needs of Tricia Villarreal and her family, and this was done today, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Today, also, a team of 4 family social services workers conducted a home visit at a neighbor's house and met with Tricia Villarreal, where a psychosocial assessment was conducted and an intervention plan drafted to be implemented by social workers of the National Family Services Division in tandem with the crisis intervention strategies being implemented by the Victim and Support Unit of the TTPS. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Supplemental, member for Princestown.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, could the minister say whether the family applied for any assistance from the ministry prior to the incident and was denied as indicated by Amara's mother?
Leader of the House.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I do not have that information.
Okay. Supplemental, member for Princestown.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, in light of the issues raised by a member of the family of Amara, could the minister indicate, based on that information, whether the government is actively looking at reforming the adoption process?
Again, based on the initial question and based on the answer given, the question will not be entertained. Proceed.
Questions on notice? Oral answer.
Leader of the House.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, there are 6 questions for oral response. We will be answering 4 of these questions. And Mr. Deputy Speaker, I'm asking for a 2-week deferral for questions 47 and question 50. There are 2 questions for written response, and we will be answering both questions. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Okay, again, honourable members, the Leader of the House has asked for deferral for question number 47 and also question number 50, and they will be deferred for 2 weeks according to the standing orders. I will now call on member for Couva South, and we have question number 43. Member.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Question 43 to the Minister of National Security.
Minister of National Security.
Thank you very warmly, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Occupational Health and Safety Agency was not engaged in 2022 or indeed at any time to certify any wooden ladders commissioned by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service for workplace operations. Thank you.
Supplemental, member for Couva South.
Minister, taking into consideration these ladders are to be utilized by fire officers in the performance of their respective duties, would you consider that to be a breach of the Occupational Safety and Health Act?
Minister of National Security.
I think not, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Supplemental, member for Couva South.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Minister, are you aware that a contingent of divisional fire officers of the Fire Service of Trinidad and Tobago has advised the Chief Fire Officer that the wooden ladders that were acquired in March of 2022 should be returned to the manufacturer and not utilized for work operation in the fire service?
Minister of National Security.
Given, Mr. Deputy Speaker, that nothing is discernibly and inherently wrong with the ladders, rendering them ineffective for use